adeshima holding na ayefia o se eni nyina edifu enumu no ana mi gina na masrem se mommo da ru na mommo ame e free first me ekon wo nantwie wo ye nantwie okumase ba bia wo pese o ye ni bia wala roma koso ye no na ya no wakasa kire wo nantwie no sama ma ne ntrahye e ma keme fo asasim e be so ba be ru keme asasim e free first me no ekwa ye china ye de ba koma prison for central prisons no mo de anu aduane no mo de adi enti wo mpese wo nantwie e be boa ye am ye fidi ye prison for na wama wo nantwie no watena fie ana se so wura assembly fufu bia no aka chi se woni nam ho a be ma no ma kiyeme ba bia ha adwen pa ne se we airport fefefe yem shem oba o se okosante no e free airport e free de chem so me 5 na kona wo hwe foma nantwie no de o maye okwan mu no enye kra eti yentimi hwe sa situation no e ma ne enkoso eti wo nantwie a first me kon e ma ne ma kiyeme baby a ihu na e be chi no ye de ma prison for e de aye aduane ki nyini nyina da bonkum ba ko da fifi ne mo mfimfin no omo de ade abesi so omo ton ade no yenka no me ma na otwe efiti na akoka wukwada na akoda bonkum ba ko da fifi ne mo mfimfin no omo de ade abesi so omo ton ade no yenka ndio obi amfiri o na no me ma na otwe efiti na akoka wukwada na ede yenim no Easter chi no sa wukwada ni twema obi a woto wo hye mfimfin bia wo ya ade wo ton ade ana wo di dwa ho no mempre omo wo nchen meba so nya ma so sesi a eti mfimfin die ne de obi amfiri o hello fm ani mo mfimfin o ni nyina obi a wo kwan mfimfin bia wo mfiri o ebi makoto tie rim car rim eno mo de dade asisi so ena esi asphalt so car kwam eno mo ton ade eno so me mo na otwumi no fi ne se obi a wo dade a e car rim a odis esi car kwan ko ta so asphalt so nkwa na wo ton ade a wo ankasa pe ba bi na fafa se wa mpe ba bi amfa na otwumi no twam a me nka hwe wo be kofi anajo be ba no na tai bia ni rim bia ni adu na ye yi omo kwan mfimfini free o na omo so omo de rim abesi kwan so ton ade no so ya clear omo nyina e de afi o ti ma de sede a me de tu manim no enie na ma de ba ko a mfimfini no free a na media ko no bisa e fa na do moko mesi mini ba bia me do moko ade a obi ya enye no so a e de ha beba e kwan mu no obi amfa ma no se me ma ba bia e na me tu afiri wa me pepa bi di wako na wa de mra hye wonsam begina ba bia eni kwan se wo ye udi madi a e me bisa me se wo nya ba bia afu bu kwan de arobes no so beba muzi enja arobi mu de e kwan won so de na eti amra nti e kwan ni finfi de me ni ba bia mo de moko me ne mpalifo edi nkomo ye be ye sala market so adwuma but ye nya nwie ya eno nche se fa mra hye wonsam ne be gina kwan finfi ka kwam na fa rem beto ti mesre mini ba bia mo de moko na emom omo fio de me di twato me maye sem ko fa police fa ba beje gina ho na me se ko wa anko na mama police achu no do ko police station na wa pe kwan bia bedu nkomo na wa san ba na wa ba begina ho na wa san ba beto ade no ekosi nko no gina kwatia menye de meye ne se me ba ho a enye me nkwa no me ba mene me nanfofo beba na yeduru ho na wogina ho na ya ma omre se wa siesie hu na fafiri a na maka musuma bo hu de wura na so ba ko no wo se ontia na se adwuma na me ba be ya ma otumfo ma konu mu ate no na mpa ko no bonyoso asa adwuma na me ya ma santene ne bonyoso eno de wogina ho a ho ba bia wogina ye che ho na ye babo ho a betwa ma wo ho a me mpa bo ne se ye nke enu ho but upusi mi dimi duru a obeteme nka wo ha temesre ye kase ye mfiri wa ye nyina ye nko se ye kase ye mfiri wa na wa nko na wugina se wo pese wo so me ahwe wo so me hwe sa akwan so a obenya me ntemesre ye nyina ye mmoa na ye kuma ase no ente na nya kra behwe ye airport fefefe ya esi we die akoda bonkumba.
To operationalize this, the Ministry of Agriculture, Food To operationalize this, Food and Agriculture and the National Service Scheme have already signed an MOU to deploy 5,000. To operationalize this, The Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Agriculture, and the National Service Scheme have already signed an MOU to deploy 5,000 agriculture graduates to support now the institute. Access to financing remains a significant barrier. To address this, the Exim Bank will be repositioned. Access to financing remains a significant barrier. To address this, the Exim Bank will be repositioned to offer concessional loans to agricultural enterprises, especially those involved in the export and value addition process. We will also work to de-risk lending and expand agricultural insurance coverage to encourage lending to the agricultural sector. Research, inclusion, and implementation. All interventions will be grounded in research, tailored to our climate realities, and inclusive of youth and women participation. We will ensure strong linkages between smallholder farmers and anchor farmers, facilitating a win-win relationship for input access, technical support, and guaranteed markets. Access to finance. The third component is the Vegetable Development Project. Is the Vegetable Development Project, popularly referred to as Yeridua. To reduce imports from neighboring countries, we'll invest in controlled environmental farming, including the use of greenhouse technologies and urban and peri-urban agriculture. We'll promote schools to grow their own vegetables. We will do backyard gardening. Everybody will be encouraged to get some land near your house or behind your house and have a garden where you grow tomatoes, garden eggs, okra, onions, and pepper. We have done this before. For those of you who grew through the Operation Feed Yourself years, you remember that your parents used to have backyard gardens. And so when you wanted to pound fufu, sometimes you didn't have to go to the market. You just go into the garden, you pluck some nyadwa, take some pepper, some onion, tomato, and then go and make the soup and pound the fufu. We will encourage community gardens to enhance nutrition and household incomes. It's what we call institutional farming. We're going to encourage It's what we call institutional farming. We're going to encourage not only households and communities to grow vegetables like tomatoes, pepper, garden eggs, and thereby reducing household food costs and increasing self-reliance, but we're also going to encourage institutions such as senior high schools with available lands to be supported to venture into crop production and livestock farming. And so all our schools that have land available, you are going to use some of that land for agricultural purposes. You grow vegetables to improve the food of the students in their kitchen. You have cows, goats, sheep, so that you can provide meats for our children in school. This will complement the school feeding program and encourage students to view agriculture as a viable career. I'm pleased to note that the following institutions have already expressed their interest to participate in this initiative. Amongst them, we have the National Service Scheme, who are going to activate their national service farms so that national servicemen will be engaged in agriculture. Amongst them is the Ghana Prison Service. The Ghana Prison Service is going to activate the prison farms and use the prisoners for agricultural production. The National Youth Employment Agency is also a collaborating institution. Faith-based organizations, churches and mosques, several faith-based organizations have come to us and said that they are willing to go into agriculture and agro-processing. Universities such as the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology and the University of Ghana have already approached the Ministry of Agriculture to participate in this institutional farming program. It's what we call institutional farming. We're going to encourage not only households and communities to grow vegetables like tomatoes, pepper, garden eggs, and thereby reducing household food costs and increasing self-reliance, but we're also going to encourage institutions such as senior high schools with available lands to be supported to venture into crop production and livestock farming. And so all our schools that have land available, you are going to use some of that land for agricultural purposes. You grow vegetables to improve the food of the students in their kitchen. You have cows, goats, sheep, so that you can provide meats for our children in school. This will complement the school feeding program and encourage students to view agriculture as a viable career. I'm pleased to note that the following institutions have already expressed their interest to participate in this initiative. Amongst them, we have the National Service Scheme, who are going to activate their national service farms so that national servicemen will be engaged in agriculture. Amongst them is the Ghana Prison Service. The Ghana Prison Service is going to activate the prison farms and use the prisoners for agricultural production. The National Youth Employment Agency is also a collaborating institution. Faith-based organizations, churches and mosques, several faith-based organizations have come to us and said that they are willing to go into agriculture and agro-processing. Universities such as the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology and the University of Ghana have already approached the Ministry of Agriculture to participate in this institutional farming program. It's what we call...
So for you, you are just going to obey whatever the report says.
If you don't want to obey what the report says, you don't want to be a member of the party. Because what is in you, a single person's mind or utterances, doesn't decide for the party. It's a good thing. So even though there are skeptics, there are cynics, there are doubters, there are all manner of people who will say all manner of things, if the majority decides that we hold the report, we will stick to the report. The last time I checked, I haven't seen any candidate win 100%. Anybody? Have you? Then they have you.
I have.
You talk about your name being out there. Does that mean?
I didn't say that. I'm pleased. I said that if somebody who is a comedian is using my name and is filling calls, I'm very, very happy. I thank him because he's putting my name in there out for free. Right. But I'll let my lawyers write to him so we share the proceeds, the revenue, because I want to employ.
Have you decided what next to do in your political career? There are rumors you could be running.
My interest now immediate is to get a united party for a flag bearer in the political.
But are you thinking about 2028?
Me personally?
Yes.
No, I'm not running 2028.
But would you like to run as vice presidential candidate?
Ama adonfo a bebi a omboa oman no omo ama isika eye America sika ye frɛ no ama adonfo a bebi a omboa oman no omo ama isika eye America sika ye frɛ no $20 million say en famwa Ghana yeku adwuma no na won hihye mu no nia omo ye ne say Oma select district mako edumienu ewo Esrem Amantifi a omode Oti region aka ho. Nti region enuma ewo Amantifi no de oma fa ni nyina ma fa district ni bi afrim. Ene afa Oti so region ni bi afrim. District ni bi afrim. na ne omo ye de say ye pese say sika we ekɔboa ema akuafo a eye mfuo ketenkete no wo mutimi ye wo madwuma ni yie na eboa nso ma ohia ene ekomo a ekoso titiriw ewo ye nkura no etimi eba fom ne santi say sika no emu $1 million de omo de asi hɔ a ene de ye de ye foto a ye de so akuafo a enya wo mbuburo na ewo so nya sika kakra de boa wo kuadwuma no ni akwasibo ni from peasant farmers omumfo ketenkete no ye de so omasene na neoma ketenkete omehia ewo kuadwuma mu no wo matimi didi atoto e de transaction ye ne say eye $1 million no akuafo e de be ma wo nyina no ye mpese ensihunu be ye kese na akuafo no entimi entua e di wo abaji bosia ne bibia no ensihunu a obetua no ye 10%. na afezu ni tua no so ye nhyehyɛ na mawo ama ene ni tua no ne bra utwa wumfudie na kohyia ama ni tua no aye mre ama kuani bia nso atimi atua ne de na eye revolving fund oji a utua no na wo san age sane ye be ya o de be ya adwuma na akopem bra wo abede ho no wo se sika kitwa we de wo hia bio na afofo nso atumi ayesa adwuma no na za sika yi ye pese ye de ma bank bi na on na hwese sika no akuafo no ensa beka na ye bank ye wa nyina ye twiso Apes bank esom na wo rural bank ahudo bebre wo nkura ye koye sa adwuma no sane ye be ya be ma akuafo no betumi akọ rural bank se ben wo mo no na omonsa aka onsika edi na dwuma di aye di nei ene na ye ne Apes bank sign agreement na ye de foto no ahye won sa se be ya na wo ye nimi ye no ye be sha ase na akuafo no ensa aka scam ye nim se osmi nu a ye be wramu ye nu anu a wo atifi no hwa no afi no be start kuadwuma no edi ye be so omonsa ka scam no wo bra omo hye kuadwuma na se no na amasika no so atimi akọ kuadwuma nu aboa dwumadie no kama na nya we no nko na ye wo sa foto we se no ya select manu a eye ediodua vegetables ntosi gende ne makoni de akeka ka ho no ama forming groups omo asase a omo di dua no se omo asase na omo di dua no so ye de sasika we bi ekoye boreholes e be mechanize e di solar siso se be ya omo nkotua sika bia wo irrigation na omo benya no na ye de provide irrigation na omo nkura ti ba bi e ma na ye be 150 na omo asase omo be ya adwuma ni nyina no ye de pipe wakoso na ya twetwe nsuo no ya tu e de ama omo atwe akoba bia na omo tia dua omo no bae no afi secondary schools so wo sa area ya select so ya select be se 44 e secondary schools makoma 44 sa 44 ni nyina nso ye ko tutu pipe ni bi na ya twe nsuo no e de solar toso se ne be ya sa school no so ni omo betua ye adua no bedua no omo garden no omo betua from January to December. So if you are following ensure
Mamuna Ajoba Kessben television so and ya wada April for so bosmi da so edu enson ewa fimpi mi no ene eduno no mi emu edu ya wada nyumresi ne transia na de punch dwumadi ene de ebrewo amanya sen dwumadi ya wo so tie bie na ene mpanifo kokudam edi nkomo na wo kyerɛ wadwen ma niema ekoso Ghana memu nsoro ye pɛ ne poma sibre nti atrase no ndu ene be sɔre nkunya so ene krum enkran ne kumase traffic enyasem keto akra amanfo kudi star teacher say nipa di traffic mu no to amanfo tiem ba say abono wotwe ekra die emu bedwo kakra na obi o traffic mu bia so timedru fie na ubetime tie wo Kessben FM so a wotie Kessben television ene Kessben TV Plus se ni mienu nyina Kessben TV Plus so e wo de guitar channel no so sara so na Kessben television and also a multi TV decoder so DSTV channel 364 and afi Gold TV channel 121 Facebook live also Kessben TV sambe nyina no obenya meeting e de Kofi Appiah mala me aya e de boba simia no e de amayen and then semo a ebedi e ho enkomo se de kan abobi akyeremo no adwumasem se Ghana fo benya adwuma ye aban se e betete emabunu no maako pepem baako 1 million coders and then bibia no a computer so better de obey day bibia hode no obitimi traffic kra no ye computer so ni etua ne ka iti aban so betete mbabunu no opepem baako na omoanya say dwuma bi aibehwe ni ahwe how sustainable this said the infra source be brega na me yaka ho asem dum so ase kania no edum kakra na say pa anya agora nyi kra nwumre omo ana dum omo ana so na Greekofo the statement we aba anwumre ya omo echirimu say say high tension human be poles no aluminium pylons no a carry high tensions no ebi abubu agu ya eno so ntimi so ma me project statement no na yene ho komo kakra fa statement a Ghana Great Company for ede aba na yenka mu asem kakra de bia wo ha na se wo ba bia na wo se onka na ndundum a me so mala ma ye statement no screen so na yenka de Greekofo ede aba na obia so ehunu se se ni se nti ena kanea no edundum sa ntonto so mbe repair sa pylons a ebuagu form mala be twɛn ntonto so mbe repair sa pylons na ebuagu form no enya de a kanea no ebegyina so sa de basa omo divert lines ni bi kofa baabi ansa na kanea no watimi enso ehunu nti ebeka ho asem kakra statement na ready a yebeka ho asem kakra me so me hwe statement no okay right if you know so a ebeko New Patriotic Party MPP amanyoko asoye on so mo tabanyoko bi so munye nhwemu no meka senti a party no di nkugo e wa fra sabato no mu enkyere wo mo Professor Michael Quaid former speaker of parliament on na da no enura na omo report no committee no koma National Council party mpanifo emu nsɛm de omo amfa ntodwa General Secretary Churchofo Penny Jasin Kudia ose ebrepemo no mpanifo bedi ho dwuma ade also omo amanfo hunu mo hunu nemom omo ka kire MPP ni bia sentwe ni bia so bi nkobo ni srem no nkojira ba bi enka se ade we sei na ewumu na PC eka sei PUHS asomesi na abenten na mai dinko we na anya na dwuma yie omo sesa ne mene nyina bi omo mpe bi ehunu visa report ye ba akopɛ na omo agedi ato ho ebrepemo no mpanifo ntu ho na mo a de ombia na obema Ghana for so ehunu but ansa na MPP report ye ba no ora Musa Dankwa e da Global Info Analytics ano ono na okaya frasa ba ye to ye no nipa bebre nhwimu surveys any polls out do be ka say we na bedi nkunim Musa Dankwa na ne de ba mu ti ama si wa ye chompia pa ti ama fo so on de eze oka yanyini na ochese wa ye nhwimu bi nhwimu na wa ye no wa be kirem se enipa bi wo ho a omudi mu akotre na ma MPP di nkugo ibi ye government appointees ibi former Vice President Dr. Baumia no ye flag bearer the running mate Dr. Matopu Kubrempe ebi ye Ken Oforiatta ebi ye Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo eye mempeni na he Musa Dankwa report on the buy na o se government appointees say aban mpenifo memo CSC usune ade no omo nko a wom ekobe 30% and Alba Matopu Kubrempe running mate ono nso no 33%. Ena omigidi se nkuguo no ejina no so ebisi Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ya flag bearer ono so bo no ne wo hobo pay dia sanson 37%. Afi finance minister da ura Ken Oforiatta ono so ne wo 40% hobo pay aduanan na Dankwa Akufo-Addo mampani na de MPP di nkuguo a yemfa so bo no hobo pay aduasia enwotwe 68% ena emono ndi ne wiemu obusa amanfo anu asemo a womo aka enso eno no ne ya adwen na so you said you okay enye no kre bebi wo ho a mene ne ya adwen bebi wo so a mene nya adwen if so opinion de obia de enso enko ebenya bre na ye di ensem we nyina honko nti so se Greekofo statement no aye ready a yentie asem wo de atodwa no na yenka mu asem ansa na ye de ECG enkane a wonsem no so so mu project mayen na de Greekofo ede aba no Greekofo statement a omode aba senti asese ye hunu senkania no entimi nyina so no eno no na omode statement aba eno omotwa aluminium pylons na say amanfo bi se noa osamanfo de omosa kokaye o enam so ma edwirigu ye no eno so omotwa ni nyina ede aba abekere na utie nsem omo ka no a Greekofo ekere se as I say, almost catch a man for some transmission line, a 161 kV transmission free Aquatia Echo New Obuasi. Aquatia Echo New Obuasi, Dinchra Buasi. Ha, baby, Omdi Soja phone, Soja Nine Ewuno, almost aluminium pylon, and a water form. The sounds unti Ama and Kaniano Akaman for Kumasi. Or say the outage of this line has significantly affected the quality of supply since the incident to Kumasi and its surroundings. In the area of Kumasi, in Inkra Etra Huashiano, yea, ena sa aluminium pylons, you always in your Google form. Nina be a bubu to two form one yagrokra. Inti Omobrantiano Ewa, or more ye Huajuma. Say, Ombetimi sin, but say, also the Abu from Nakwa, and I don't want to be 10 tenants and pay you. This almost has a shuffle for cry. The message new pylons, Akosro. Some of the line transmission lines 161 kV. Power no moon in Yasam Ketra. Power no moon and no day pa. Omode Eguso. Ansana Yankania Yinti. Ye Okumasi in Creature who shared the statement at Greco Edia Bay. HRS say engineers and assassin ya omuye juma and net ya we. No almost shabo say enu kwesiada. Or see the project to be completed by Sunday, 20th April 2025, for the line to be restored to service. Greco for statement say, Kwesiada ena aluminium pylon fufrona almost say, normally new transmission lines a good sono on BV. It is a Kumasi in Creature who is here. Na Sabra this tells a caniano, a podenisa na enye or mobile payo. Eura Jifa Bampo. Manager corporate communication Greco or no ena ninsa eshe krate enso asie na amania eho enso and right yes asie na yenin company fo anom di dwuma ene enwumre eyora Kingsford also ansa or economist and a financial consultant or ha sarasuna ura buachi adom enso a political analyst and an educationist one me no and about we enwumre ya yebedi enkomo afansemo a yegu aposoi fadwen kire brain ewo WhatsApp line 0551 599 933 0551 599 933 for WhatsApp so about the text so eba we the punch ewo Kessben television fe Kessben TV plus Kessben FM Facebook live so ye Kessben TV so am ye nyina no obetimi enyan very for makwaba. Yeah, that's also microphone here. I guess what about your way?
I'm not more.
I want a crew to say
traffic was easy. And more than it.
Now I'm out for coin.
Hey,
I'm a cocoa, there's all call.
I'm a call. And Tiania, you could feel no, you could be a good fee. And you do say, now will be a rashkakra. It was a kumukrum. Woha, Mr. Bia, no nebusia, cracking crasseno, this year. Some rain a time and nebusiano, and some simple ha, some rain and TCC, and the Prince of Brinaso, now or more elco. And a bussia, baby, soup from one temper you move. You do you want to also go back. Come on, pon for baby, you must say. Conongo for back. You do some rain noir, and don't mean I do remember Moconoa, and traffic no, Abacum. Do maybe so, there were 4 and a Praga 4 and a ma traffic. Obia Pequaco. Nana when I'm castle, may bar at a junction. When number, now, when I see. I see. Just will be a pentum. Can you lay this book or I beco? But there were 4 near Praga for dear, and cause me. You do be an inquiry, and also can't be. And my traffic no, a dozen. Basa na time one you wisty.
Yeah.
Na you fool so na you
shit.
Shit sa nyemre. Omayim more than. It's another harbor.
Right. But that's it. Akiano. Afa. Na ho ye de.
Nyame adom ahoden ho.
Wo na wo dodge into bantem.
Me dey mtrim bedru ntia. That sometimes I say no pack can esi baby no anant. Ya tran kurase ya kun kurase ya kun fu mu akwaba ankoro ne distribution de. And anti en hayesa. Ntu ya na ofa baby ya pack deja. Anant ntimi ya na mdodo mu ana me be see. Entem ofa mamemfa enchia. Kese e ma onu production crew. Said there be a mo frey. na yenso ye be kire ya adwene ofa so obeka ya na wo fi dada mu ho aro tumfo start he the cat no o se ba na me ka sem bi se obi amomodi ntue bi na ebi ebeduru ba ebi no ye be fro se wo de na utua wo de fa text message keke be kire na yenye hu bi ma saa ne mre ne obi anim se ebeduru ba ebi amotumfo abefra o mo a etua ya pa o mo abaso then I say more advert so pim so say wo akwantu me so ba obefra o mo atimi tua free 10,000 econo na wabo abaso no no wato nsa adidi na bra fe ne bi rashi kotua so mo be kasa adidi no e bi atua ne tema ka benya obenya front row seat enti o mo atua akase enti say yewura no mo a yewura pani a eti na fidi kase so yewura Kessben no mo ka ho nyina e bo mo abaso empire na yebo se onyankopon de opim so ba bedu na adidie no abaso me ofa memo Solomon Anane ye colleague NDC Solomon Anane na say aboni din ama no position kakraka bi me nkae de na so yenya aboni din no nko ade na kire say aseda ene ye de be ma urade na afi me nchi amadofo ba komienu bi afia adade from pon or a business my waka and we are na yako
I guess what we shall say if also MPP mpanifo eti committee no ayehwe mu awie o report no enya emba abonten ho a no ate se report no bi eno agina secretary say obia ento no bo bia kugina ba bi ena obeka say asomasi na benten na yewe until penifo no a the report mu semeba before then no musara nkwan so wie mu no MPP's defeat omukugu omudi no wachichi wahwe mu ama Ghana fu bu so ma no asembisi o ye fe mo gavana appointees bi se be mo na po ye fe ba Dr. Mamia ye fe ma Kenofuriata na kese pa na otu bi so Kenofuriata ne ni news ne wofa Ronaldo mampani who no say
yo mi jiri say hwemu de eye say bi si ekoyiu ankoyiu so hwemu we de ankoyi nti oso mi hwemu de ntia amana ankoyi na mi jiri say enya de foforo already no Ashanti caucus Ashanti chapter ayo mu de dada amana babonte na obi enim na any different from other regions no we sure am bu ni be say no kre o boy no bia tim ka say ne mo but ni ba eya mo ni na mentia say ye kere Japan
di mo
okay they percent they say
9%
on the account ko say kese
say ombusa amanfo
okay
iti de dodo no kae no o make kae ni nyina bo no
but me say me check ya say 100%
say ebia no nye o man ni nyina ade up to 100% o be ebia contribution separately you guys all ade de
each is
100%. Yeah
100%
obi ade 100% nti say foul Dr. Baumia out of 100% no say the 37% say eyawa
okay
if any per 100 68% say Ronaldo
okay
can be 100 Kennedy dey 9
okay well then you should muna enti men kan waso lebri but did say we nyina ye part but part bi a enim the economy
okay
no kwasem ni obi obeka say enye no and the prime major factor na you should muna nko papa yemfa hanto America ho Donald Trump party omunya majority ida but this year this election they got it they na to the economy say economy na Ethiopia beside we nyina no wo anga so go of da ko dum rebu no from 2022 banade and kwa semni na Ghana motion motion nti senior from so ka kire friends Kufuor say among what the come na tutia friends Mahama no so why any year or the come pototia that time no there na economy no abe the major factor in fact na Ghana Nangasan, everything is politics. Everything we are politics. Napoka the Intambe.
No, economy ne hono.
Economy the major factor.
Party bia lose power.
Economy.
Nipa no manage economy ne saa time no. Eye kind of reata. MPP for no bobo mo no fact about 80 MPs. Eko catch the president say Mr. President. Nipa na discuss mo se ne sa wo man no mu no. Ye hu say enkoyi. Ye ko form a the amanfo catch ye no. Ebe ya asesa no. Mampeni asesa no a kopim say you see election year na why the last budget year because ye be entimenses no. Eno asesa no. It is okay economy now. Esaba be the finance minister and the president so.
Na I but me also nyandi go so na ye economy team.
I will say advice
of course, but it was a part a major role any politics ye. But the question ni a advice group. And the president dem say boa me. But we did say economy no economy no Ken it's unfortunate. So near the same person of from 2017, about 2020, so performance was very good. No performance was bad. But downtown about COVID be muno. COVID ye free COVID ne muno, and I crave for buy. People don't see that as a problem, but it was a major problem to the whole world. In fact, economy, Ghana economy no, say your pillars now is so weak. And then tell me hate you so much. Say your pillars ninge. Bibia important. Everything bibia Ghana bibia important. That time no, omo and they decided to for grandma. Everybody part the price and that's no is so high. And you need so much dollar. It was a effective fuel. And effective aduane so otuma Ghana ha ade play kese pa ye aduane se maduane me die no kosoro a automatically won kyerebe ye nim se akatuo so enkoye akatuo so eni se maduane sem no mentimi ni di ye a mentimi hwe me ye wodie mu a die ne me ye people started no among abano hwe say ye na himo of course good for those power them do na power na wura no e no tintintintin because e ko jakoko o kan hwe wontie emra ken saa ne wan ba ye even though me nam ne omo a omo ye omba out no nyadwen
adeta na omo nyadwen
yes Ghana anytime be affect party bia no no nyadwen in fact they can have other means of talking with the president.
But before so me ba out no. So no mdi nkoma no ma try o mo akabia.
But what did you say? On me kan ye no. Since so be ma party no was it good?
But o ma me kan so bi aka ken ka ye nyi no kra.
Fine. But since so no a bar party no. O say ade bia ba ya be mama opposition ya bullet no ejina so no. Automatically it affect your party. Edina sabe and this the manage on no. A highly say adibi a third party enyempo no or the life nyame defend.
But almost do baby omoka.
Kukom di obeka
I say 2016 and the current speaker of parliament Rabamba be beka say obi ti say Standogbe and a protected president there then the president is naked. Okay.
Yes.
It's sometimes
but or no Babin was also no super baby agina or power no but that time of presidency and they also can't be but what they MPs Babin there that time no pay 2 minutes be about 2 first Mahama in a day bia we can ebe ma why lose no obey e don't can be no but what they MPs are ya to ba ma wo mu na mo ka ho bom enti ma opposition nya tumi ejina so e kan se bebre de wom and de enim of course beka say ye nanso so o ma opposition for no and now opponent won bullets to kill you and the bullets are the ma no mugina so kill you oh the adibo ha wo ade nyina ho kwan ye wade nyina ho kwan ba nyina na fata so ye nyina bo ha se bo e kan kokom ye tuntokwa kokom ade obi ehu se ne mun na ehia no badi da tempo a kokom but moment more back out no automatically and unfortunately some of them say be mu lusu
so mo lusu say stance no mo take ye nti no target am say be
who target them consensus for targeting you be oh yes omo free say mo betray mo am party no consensus for na free say mo betray party no
notable persons so be president din so mo say that the sika wura am consensus say yes
oh any dey we lusu ya onu bi no tama no one who wura mu na contest here I don't want who so we discover wura mu but you say want to contest I don't know why. Do lose or any ya? Obeka one winning tea, obi one winning idea, or can't say me. But me the moon say majority of them lose you know, because near omba out no. Somewhere vocal. In there was UJ say Subi. Why vocal? And you know a change you know. See the party no who say okay, party mano and a nyobano. Be used as a politics against you. Someone here, a good party, a good party in Massey. Share and I church or issue. Edenya or no dog party in my to say, Edocray. So they will vote against you.
Okay.
To begin to say, they have a right to voice out, but komu, muna na opekonua. You know, you can't want thing.
Okay.
Ibu ria simple ye no kura nyina na ye kan ye se kan kura ye kan kura bade nyina no kura ho a ye kan kokom ye kan modwo enti say wo party mu na be party no a fine but I'm just say all of them it's true Matthew achire ka say mu no titiru dem bia obeka be attack Kwame Nkrumah and the whole team attack no nanka o se o hwe ne kasa mu yi kakra after all fa Kwame Nkrumah me dia agro o putumi Kwame Nkrumah so wo ni constituency a o mo penasem probably pe bi amana be toma enti anya se wo attack no ne wo betu aka kwan bi so a o kan ba ko commune ka be prensa all this no e fuole niam ma titiri wo mo area bi no o ho be o mo hi and we were here and on to my Fagbera Punoba. The Jedi said, we na Obia already, Pamela cannot candy legacy. Because we share and this adverter. Candy was more than 60%.
But when him say, candy and Timmy Yakesi, if he say, I said, no, be can. Nay, idea, and what more for dream where our mono, and what come on. Two cocoa boots our more. One can say any parasam or kind one can eat.
Mamusa Casemjo. Can't be. Up to now improve you or say people we sika kwamo no said the chenigo
Echirobeka say omtwa tape no na mix here yes I no can
no you don't come from church machine say okay be one na cable machine fine so measure your talk
okay
measure who can someone measure say young twetwa be so you twetwa be so be yi oh and see what kind of but there was no evidence to prove. And now, already know there's perception. So we use Gadi. Now, Obi or your party guru, I can say, oh, yes, come on it. You know, we see. So all the advert, a war, and that can cacasa. Oh, majority, but 60%. Until Obi or Tibiano, say, Canada Casa Candia, so anyway. Meanwhile, one shut down for evidence behind it. Ama, contrast.
Okay, yeah, members of parliament, the Ominya, our from Kakra, Asan Waba, MPs, the referee MPs are now about government appointees. And so now about these leading figures, Napo, Ntabaumia, Kenofuriata, and the president. Let's ask every members of parliament, how did they contribute to the loss?
Bibrewa o mamma o mochi. Am fa constitution anya omodia. Bibre o kwano aka ho. Me kai otum for healed convonochi o kan. Se mo yaman kan ai mo de. Hwe omo to ma wo no. Na se mo hia ska bibre free wo. They want to see you, your presence, and closer to them. That's all. Oh, that bear pan out is MP way afre area for say Binumushia.
Oh, but they do it.
I once do not yet. You don't know yet. You don't know. Maybe I walk up. It's a passing. Man, Timmy da. Me MP, I'm out da. Man, who said da or da? Say, what Fred meeting. Me area and one at least you have Bianca. Kaidi am friend man to be da for 4 years no man to da 8 years man to da. Na nipa ni hu. They so be catch no. Oh, enti the enti omo no problem no. Omo ne omo constituency no enye one. Look at Fire Markets. You be a film or no and there what to about David we were. I didn't try. We are so close to them. He's part of them. But you go for it. They're not there, they're not here. They're not here. And the Bassa, who constituency, no, they don't know you. And now, opposition fund, they are always available. Or no, on Kobia, or Chili, on the film, on the moon, all the thing. I think, say, MPs, no, should strategize. Because omo visible area be no by na mo no na ntewa no wura fimu no chache wo kakra MP bam fie I achievement but they don't do it enti enunti omo de ho part no governor point the same thing kaka osebia obi e ma CEO no ka wa adopt community bi say community we de kakra menya no de bo omo they didn't do it. I'm crowd from Cromfa. And they will not attend the call. But one more, they are there.
I say you are boss.
One they are there.
Okay.
They are there. But one mamma bomb. On the bumper off from Frobia. I do them into me more. Okay, marry them to me. Because what lengths? A young part, you can link somebody. You know it way. You know be but you want lengths to be we from Charlie, okay, mean to me more what my farmer assumption. My link you. Maybe. Now some fear about crop by say or Perjumaye or you university or construction area. Now so fine, me area your construction, but I have a friend. And I'm friend. Oh, Charlie man and friend me. Now on time I'm friend also. And they on time friends never yeah link in the bar with my link. Son already. But one day from home fat. Who's on a 10 call me one. Sanko for no one on phone or one at the coin. On one to go, but I never. But we are there, past history. And some of kind year 2016, 2015, economy no, okay, or you sit me. When the fundamentals are weak,
the same rates will expose you.
And expose you.
But was he actually in charge?
Yeah. Somehow, no one in charge. You see, but as the way he was in charge.
Yeah, communication. No. So we now na oh kasa church asimbi mu a. Itimi no sasem no. He say pa na tie. But untimi when
he was in charge.
About me, I was saying when we came to power, the finance minister was working on the fiscal policy, and the president asked me to do the digitization.
Asaman no, Bohemia was not in charge.
No,
he was not in charge. Yeah. Emra Obey mu kese, Emra nema ye West. Now President France say I'm dying. And I did good for oil no buy. Well, now I feel there wapem. Obi di mon bio. Ken and dance on I feel there West. So I feel there the only person who can turn it to aye nipa noa. Opian go see take no. No kotre
ye no ko akra there was a time no se company bi omo afeno son ye no musika o manya o be so mo change in dollars e de kro no say the Rural Bank of Ghana koje dollars the be a dollar no be shoot to akro no enya agro no so ane why can't we get them gold you go pay gold for do you like gold yes and now mo je kai
that is it
e de ko to gold man ni pa no and on the coin
and this is jaibo
they didn't touch any dollar from
say jai no kabano de area hon man no exactly I am the field entinka finance minister no kan no kwa na because one area oh yeah oh one kasa yeah oh yeah
investment
banker and on the yeah economy and kasa economics and see ono no you very good that wo entinka say anybody body but you know omo me di kakra no omo se mo di no
I'm
telling you. And because you'll be on in a track crown, a kind of track crack. Me, my colleague, I'm new from the try now. And someone, the man is so hard. Or can't we young highly. So it's nothing. And President, we now so shame go for the problem. Do we now go shame Enna, you could see it. Eti, but when we are there, it can't be so. Circumstance be, and then go to. Along the line, be crying on Lanka, as some years see.
When I could be down.
Tell you, when you be. No, Banjo say, no, hold on. And no, go resign, because that's why I see Papa Yin. Did you remember do you live so? Oh. A Borogara we cry. He was not interested. No, I don't know your person and so what he live with you are killing what you want to do. Until he live there. No. Hosna was yes. Because I see a year uncle IOF. Until I never be
okay.
I don't hear the past history and they play back.
Right. Let's have about Subio. Now, my call, right, what you so. Uncle, here for the wood, the I know we are. Yes, and I did say,
over the Edicano, Mamma more NPP party, no, Abaso. Say, Atoaba, on more adincho. Ye, and Uncle Casacasa, or more stay back, and no more no. We have to come together. Nya yempe committee bi so na yemfa enhwehwe mu hunu ne ema yedi ntwo ene ma odi ntwo de e da eto aba wie ya de chen ya de start kan ho asa because na akwada akora nim se ene ma we ni na ma ndisi MPP edi ntwo but then officially no you have to sit down and put something on paper until the first so take committee no mo atenase ehunu se yare ne enkope yare ya no aduro no ene nko akora eye ena musa da nkwan so se de wo kan se wa be hero Ghana de wa we predict amra ba mu no na say ona mo eho apaso enti ono na obia ehwe nanim no no so akofa we ede aba apart from individual say our name or mono there are several other factors here ema MPP elusu 2024 elections ade na me offer edi kan ya kan economy na de oye de ya untimi nyimfiri economy together with Baumia said the all can Baumia became something circumstances be na okojina baabia na che say victim of circumstances
okay
na ohun de wonye because it is based on the economy no na Akufo-Addo no aka kire ye so de me kofa na bai on the onim economy nu na in economic class na lazy kura no nipa wo mu opposition no wo mu ntimi en lazy I saga wo mu aka ka ho dongo no ne ade nyina no MPP for painted them to let us know say wo mu many Baumia baabia na afi ye hwe wo so ne to abama mo adi nkuni mu abetana so afi economic issue ba na digitization ho asem na work Baumia nyo na wo ye your friends economic lectures bebre two questions bebre two economic questions bebre egu abonten se nkrofo me answer nkrofo krase emsata nana o target no na ba ne se na fe de wa ban mu no economic issues ba untimi enkabi enti ho no an no afeli enti nan kan yes nan se part no kro no nan ko de ne ye wo presidential candidate because ho no an no obi ahu se wa fail into the party organization no se nan ka wo panimfo bi nsam ka ho no an ko mo drop no mo mo bi foforo e bai afi nso so the delegate system any sika wo mo pushi into onto the delegates especially during the super delegates no wo hwe sika pa wo mo chairman ko for based on the background of this economic crisis your mind no come na se mutimi nya sika nte se ne nipa ba ko timi nya 1 billion allegedly say ye no kure say nya no kure o mo ane koba e be kan say de o munyinya ya no na che sa ma sebe ye to aba no mo afa ye nkwase afo and so many people decided to send back me nkoto mo opposing party na won so ameta to ma da bia no me to ma timatras let your delegates go and vote for you so that you win. Into that system, no, and the money crisis, no, and so now and then we come to disunity. Disunity against the background of Alan Martin's issue. We took it so light.
Alan free party.
Free party, no,
okay.
we took it so light, but it was the case. Also, for Nipia, when Nipebu, we are here. At the end, we jam on won't mean you, but so on can't also are ye. Alan Martin chance sanity. So they should have handled his case diligently. And cause so much me a young BB. Na anka wa anko. It's these members of parliament now. Musa dan kwa mo 26%. No men na nya adwene. Also more percentage so because of our own guys. Before
the obusa
anyway the obusa
party man kachre no waka.
Before the presidential primaries na these same parliamentarians be gina hwa na baumia ba no ma memo o nsa so no me make cassette I say you don't have to do that. You are a member of parliament of the constituency. Anya hwe kura nipa bedu na ekọ contest no omo ye first one we ye 5 nti second 5 na ekọ no nka we MPP worth your sort no you have to stand in the middle na kachre delegates e wo constituency no say aye party baako de open obi akoto man na de o ye de ni begina pia e be di na chi but omo anya sa ko pagya omo nsa ma 1 person na mo pagya mo nsa ma 1 person mo virtually all of them except a few of them na mo pagya mo nsa ma 1 person na why na mo expect ne say sa 1 person no be di mo achi akoto am enti na anya me nwanwa so omo parliamentarians no dodo no a elusu ye na papa no so call ya party ojai ye ne de me da nam na ne nya adwene mu because nipa de odom ko bi na so how bi ba gina so timi gina na utimi solve problem no no na ne fro so ye be ma na adwane de ya masa oh nya we
this was the first time odwane
if he has stayed
2008 no odwane
if he has stayed even at the age of 74 75 on okura KBA nya manganga senko bi nya president ni we but now he's gone. He's a past history into an also ne no and also
I say I do get ya kind say ade ha Alan sa time 2008 no and no one had 2012 2016 jaya ujai party no e man loyalty base e party no
na
from cry
na the relationship that you so na and to turn akwam ne sadi obesi ha fa ne course akole nipa aka nipa ba ne nche na that air can you build relationships because of that chance na say obi a wo be ba be president ye di na se nipa fa phone fra na won fa at least get 1 or 2 people around you on be pick your course on and on be make course on your behalf. He never did that. They wo mu na nipa ba ko bi ehun mo ba no afre no na agada nipa kakra no do mo edina chi nti ono no nipa dodo no na nka wo so mo to abama MPP o mo anto no na fa nya nko mbeto amo no but ne dey to say wa ko independent na dey ko ba na fa so bi ene so no mtena afi nti eno nso so ka ho and afa conflict of interest between the same Dr. Baumia and Ken the finance minister because no think say me the finance ministry na mami after all, I'm support to party. Maybe Kirkasi be better party. No, some would try. Men I'm a support to party. I'm finance party. Me and I can be a woman. I'm Minister of Finance. We are Vice President, assisting the President into the American one. Also, you know who this? Men I'm a economist. Men and Kadia Metro, ya a beboa. I'm a party in a dim kunim. Then call Yame Borman and come to break it and can one. Okay, be and candy is bet me about power be and cabbage. But Omumi and no and two predo, and I do Courier, dear Courier, and the candidate by me himself on Nan Casano. In fact, as at the time when MPP for a picking on, need to me and none munye do for the party.
Okay.
And munye do cry, both spiritually and physically, no. Na what they pa Buzia da tradition, and what dear back will be more timid, Jina Casa, money munye do to circle for Nanado, Adubuahe, and no money Buzia no de nebini. Because maybe
party for there be crowned was a say or more casa indeed. Omuhu Sadi and say ahead of the election, no. Na on you beer. Omojidi say obetimi win election
munye do cry. None more
no my
news say or candidate na no more presenting on. Most of the news say he will lose, and he did. And the partner to my own friend Napo too didn't help matters. On also so na kasa ye muni de we see a J 2 million start kasa no na and also so enya de a ebeboa party no. Afei the party's youth any one mo anyanya 2 million party no mo anya sika de we ana wo mo see display wo mo wet. And the Quanya no Namso Nini Pekasa, hand time so near whom so no Nini Pekasa. People said them, no. Yabua Mamma Moyne Sikasa. Nasi Umu, there Subaru Yedi. Nasi Mensa Uncle to Mo Bio, not to us when yes, Canada dad, says Subana Didia, and he meant to Mam. Meanwhile, cry. Indeed, the illiterate, you know, so they advise themselves. And he offer and someone, a man, MPP, a dincho dear, a dorsal. Must Adam Quadian cried a cacrevi. Canada Japan said na daddy aircan when Yankopon ye na doma or no a penetrate ya or coca 4 no as a 5 no a home by more who say MPs Nina almost as for me and nothing na would ya woni no dear said the Messiah support to MPs pan or more premise throughout the ages and then the Amudi mean dear any men so secret be a hobby Mecca and in some be an or canning now he was saying them out of bitterness na no more de kasa sa bia nkan sem o kan ni bi wo ha ko to ne bo ase na to ni down kakra ke bia nkan ye to nwom foforo but the way si kasa na ndis fon so epeke and over the year o mo kam to hwe o mo advice na do no ya kan de Japan sam o kan na o mo e de ejina so but anyo no a oni patimi di yaw nti me colleague MPs nti anya hwe kura mo refi mo amaboa moda because MP bi wo ho a na ko be lose outright na kan dey Japan mo abesom we saw it in 2016 we saw it 2012 2008 we saw the way this man helped MPs to win then 2024 you all abandon him say ekodi Dr. Omiyaji nti and also so ha no na do na mu de ye nanka because say wow MPs be 80 etimi abobo mo ho anu abeka kire so minister ba ko sesano a tam wo mbeka kire wo no kro ni nipa na di minister no for about 6 years sika bi obenya bi wanya nti at that time wo sesano a nanka ye de enipa nso sesano say obi odi position
eno bi na ohwe America na Democrat no say Joe Biden yes ad ne ko bi mu a melusu omo kai papa ese chinchina
me
COVID chair
no answer
no the kai call debate the first debate on Trump here no ya busa na asem no to say question we here no just say asem kra o busa no want it results of the poll you busa man for by na just say wanya ade no ade dey who we cancel on tiase the COVID chair no and no say I cannot go out and campaign I feel the missing form. Just about 3-4 months to election.
Me say for about 6 months near them or ban for 6 months yeah. And ko ban be.
Enti Kenofrata dia okay. Nda na America said the bar stops with the president.
Oh.
Ebia ka oye bibi ntemo a.
Oye bibi ntemo.
Said na pe na America say bi wa Jonah. Jonah hu say ono nti na pro ye is out me na munyi free.
na po no anyo ma montin kana na do jona semi e na oye ne sa ntem e na sika so kura de ofa me wofa so ayedwuma o bank da omo eye atratra bank ayedwuma no be ka kire me na fofo a omo ye adwuma commercial bank ne ade 2-3 years ne transfer no 2-3 years ne transfer no 2-3 years ne ye ma enipa ba ko ntena sika ho wo ba bi fa ko e mbro 5 years because yes sir obey deal nti sika de wo de nipa ba ko tena ho apart from can minimum obi abey finance minister of Ghana ha o chepi sa the section of bia kwesi botwa na nso na so jaba papa je ono no nim sika ho de so ho enti nka obi onim sika ho adwuma de enka yire so 4 years 4 years second 4 years no mo obi aba because one mo obi amakura how do we assess him said de no ye na ya later on oyi no de Dr. Me Adams look at the way Dr. perform
no the president in Komoche say he saw said Niema
assess enti nka ma doctor e kwan for about 2 years or even 3 years na nka ye de osimi nua and now on our sponsor party, on our finance party. First term, why minister. Second term, ko free soon will be so buyer in Kabia in Kababy. Into Foriata Namuno, portion de Amanono. Mintimin Nimusada, Quamen Kessben and Yadron. And another so portion de Amanono. At the age of 78, you know, I'm say the decisions need be no beer, no one said that.
What was he really in charge? Who's on one in the woman?
Say nyini so of account
say na mebusa say
at the age of 78 no I don't think say no ultimate transfer dwene hunu say sad decision ye me take nti e bebo ani afa duru ba bi na aso na ye campaign no maba omia o kasa mahama kasa no na ebe ya no ma on so kasa na mahama ya no na say competition won count it is between Baumia and Mahama and others so why is it that you want to take the center stage? Near who is a one hour campaign. Meanwhile, at that time, no, now who cry so I started a phone for and then also take it backstage, but yet you were still taking the front stage. And the Abanua and before losing, and they are some that I can't offer. Never question so I can't. I think I will have to agree with him to some extent.
What kind of message got camera? Now we may busamo. Me to me in the day. Me who know say if you got to be a god can party be a if you got a tono me ba busa ho asem if you say me who say be fufu be a asesa to be ban be ka say we as me see na bentia after every 8 years who say party or power no na ene ma enso sa me so the message be ba na fan sem a e kan ho message abodi aba na emfa de ye kan ho nyina bia ni wa me kan obu our type of the message na to and I will be seeing a cocoa price and will be see way. I'm not talking about cocoa price. The wa odo message aba emfa de ye cano and then you who be I'm not gonna read it. Menkai if you say me who sa semo ye cano and no and a wutie na de working be also ode ba sebeya ebeboy. We all say there is no proper plan that has been put in place by this current government to deal with the lighting problem in the country. That is why Doomso is getting out of hands nowadays. Who they between your kind. I'll say Wofa Kofi. Now this is the cause of defeat of MPP, and the party is no longer attractive anymore. From Roxon, Mamponte, Himai, and all the way free and so a buyer. OPK Patote voice goes so. Also the okay can name who do P be a emfa de make home. And so Enyadia Mitimi and so a kind. I strongly believe the NPP's defeat was mainly due to the actions of President Nana Akufo-Addo and his close relatives. Ghanaians expected him to make changes, especially by replacing Ken Ofori-Atta and other key officials, but he refused. We shouldn't blame the economy entirely. Many countries face similar challenges, but handle them better. The leadership is responsible for the outcome, from Adukwat to Chimai, and also the way if you buy. Thank you very much. Also, the Aode by and Fadi can ho into intimi and so and kind. Sa the best on sopa, name is on sopa. Talk about what we are saying. And can't be 100 days in office in that's all we are saying. The year cano, me so more sem and final home. And yes, I did the message we in the ma meaning a minkai, minkai crab. Of a good evening, in fact. Okay, Also the Binkai. Also the Binkai. So one more message send a make no. Ma wasem no fa asem a ye discussing ne no. Na yetimi unu say eno na follow. Nya wa type message ato e de beka bibi fufuro bi kura ho asem. Good evening, Mr. Host. Please, the man in white is not patriotic. Looking at how he wanted the NPP parliamentarians to keep mute, to have kept mute from say it. Okay, so okay, saying Guinness on Barbontino. Okay, no, okay, right. So also for good evening. We don't need any research about our defeat. My party NPP leaders are weak and mismanagement of the economy. How can a regional chair show gold bars live on TV? My name is Fusini from Tumu, Upper West Region. And also the area or the buyer and so I don't know. Mr. Message in there will be free, but I'm not going to read them. Ankis for November also. Can we continue to say party BI Dinkugu? I bet me out to us so I kana NDC Lusu 2016, the same thing. And Mahama and Koto Kambu Manfo and Huan. After 8 years in power, now for NDC for Ghana 4 crashes, yeah, 2016 election, no. Ghana for Mahama deity crab, but for what a John and Huan. After 8 years, so we almost ye say IKO. Ebe can't say we. Now Sabra now for budget MPP so. MPP so 8 years no so na almost all lose poto ama almost so beka and a win my defeat Dinkugo. It's not the same thing. Can we say bibi fufuro biasi? Bibi ansi me to me no. E drum fear watch here after first 4 years no. Na Ghana for GDA kakrem so okay. Yes I hwe. E bia next 4 years e be next 4 years wa nya dia no make akeke out. It is a blame game we omoye. I don't agree.
Yeah, other side of the coin. Obia the fee say after 8 years, do we DBA or DB? Let's only come out to chop some.
So, chop
chop some. A year more DB, more 8 years. Me one and I'm with Brea, Omono 8 years biano. I want to mind the other party. I'm not trying to say a year. Mubusumra, no me.
O made me here now, me dibi.
O made me a chen woni bi. So what do I mean? And the movies on maybe. Don't look on. Where's one my main, me as me dibi. And but me did say, I was say a transfer a cost chance. Dientiswa Emma Ghana. Yen puncho enkwanimuno. Aye, that 8 years.
8 years so ya, ni asasa.
Ebia ya woni bia akufo dom ye ya afenanka ebegini o ebe pie ne bobonso ne ye yomko opposition party ne ba also the different agenda enti ne duru ye no ne asakọ echi
ene woni e be so bia NDC ya na nka omo to aso
enti the my sa 8 years no problem wo no. Because already any national agenda be ada. So national agenda da ho ni nyina ye follow dia any your national agenda no. Whether ukwa and one ye follow. But ye ni bi. Ye dwi nyina agina manifesto so. And manifesto no sabe enye national policy. Eye minimum trans ye odoma agina mbom, but we should have a national policy. You develop plan we say nya amani nya yes ha ni ye ko. Ebia for the next 20 years, the ye into ba I had the corner, even though with different ideas are outbound, but at the corner. I did the you see, also all and then Kufodmina is now abandoned. Now NDC coming almost settle a new thing altogether. And the name one almost yanka fenanka ye be nyam for so no. Now see. Now they are going to start something else. They are going to start something else. Utre de year almost 1 year. Now 4 years as soon. No 8 years as soon. Now fair son. Yes yeah, modibi munko uzumra. Anna yen ma ye na power no so. power no wura yin adu mani we fie ho se ngofo kwa to ban ma yin de tia no enti tumi no ba na unya di 4 years wie na ko 6 years wie a aya wo say uye oga and Ghanaians will tell the master unya obia go di power be say unya obia enti over 8 years no die because o ma bie ni ho a o say so ba fa Singapore o tran so sa and the plan akoi China plan akoi omwa se oni akon be ye o mani yenko ade na o hwe okonimu a ebeko is Africa Togo ya the money saying so many years hwi ni ho se onu di che ye nanka o timi ya ade ni ye a ba ye be o duru a ye chop ene o mu hwe no dwene o mu nwene o ma na ho but we think and say ye 8 years in there say ya shada nya national policy and ho national plan and ho there 8 years in there came back for and calling him at least 16 years 20 years na o shabiasia afedi I'm not sure
Ghana the guy winner takes sorrow obi ko 20 years
na winner takes only one epe yes yanto this year ba mo so mpre afedi bi because aho ani e chepa odu e da yan ka bia kuma se de ka wonya bia epipini ba ko voter o nyina obi and this for what I say enti president cannot take so much to you because one can say to mama enti wa anu yema o mam from to mama wo enti abank say first can bring me because I learn say allegedly with him came here secret in the finance vice president office yes omo abi the county say came here sika and the finance vice president
and they say any proven allegation
but
we cannot
be it him to dem na so be free no be free no bi kakra wo be free no nipo me ndi nko kan ye no and we can several times no one time once to me say bi kakra den e wo but e passa I emphasize kind of financing
let us look at it this way. A dear now bar and Timen few watching no Ghana phone say yako. If you say, so what banner the oy and you told the Yemfa, Mampeni, Mahaman, and any example. On the yes, you may be down, or be deep pain, and I Ghana for the video, what memoon yako. The Oba and Nanya, dear no, the cycle fana day.
We have no choice.
It means, say, Mona in Yarish mono. Suddenly, you so with me, I know. And then Nanka back on a cry.
Okay, Neomni.
So after 8 years, why is it that Omoba Chenema Kessia be
for the only
8 years we are now as I were running out of ideas?
The only and the current among country. Near then tepa among country.
Okay.
Woman yet who say, I fair, but no be able to for the day. You can't corruption pa and can watch one with Toti.
Meaning a member of Parliament or a former member of Parliament. And another winning power no. Or catch them say or call and cry no penny but catch say, yeah, I would or bet you what to move. It is not a moon was slow, send another dear. So why you careful or bet you with it. But after some time, no, will say when you lose.
A Gemma by the back. In fact, some of them also nante.
Okay.
Whatever they do, you Senabaya, they will get their way, they will do. Omunante, oh, you nante. Oh, you are beyond talk. Omunante, and they say, oh, President now, what you want to say more. After one to go the unless a one gas also wording. Me no be go about say Wofa will be a ding. Or no, I need the powerhouse
for the party.
On the powerhouse. Indeed, na bam on nimne na jomuno. Oh boy, you die. You dare not. Aye, come on, go. Aye, come on, go. What if we was sound? because nothing can change that person. To me, mono, but they be a war, but to me, mono, and then they will use that power to kill you. But I didn't understand. Omon cannot quench a currently, isn't it? And there will be a can or children. And they are and you see that
seeing signs of that.
Some of it.
Bini cocoa pricing. You been in the fight against Galamsey.
Yes, because soon as you can't honor, no be him say, oh, buy a one time. But so no quano a man who say that's fine. Okay, go gradually now your interest you lose whom. Woman the lose interest pet. In fact, Sene will be a different person be a beer and can be a mamunya. But you need alternative beer. It is a nursery on what you will be that. Go bar with my boy. That's it. It begin to say, Nina and say, politician, one kind of correct.
Okay.
But don't tell us, what's a bay, Omokan, a man, a bay, so will be a wonder from now, ocean your man. And among coyers and you know. You need a tea, you know. And you're not you.
No, some may cry there. What the economy they say my whole time. But the issue of cocoa price
and can see. And they go and see
the can of cocoa born.
I see. Minister say or 5 if I say or promo for 7 if I say forest one I catch it. Go ahead. The people kind of
okay. That's it. I can hear them. So who no say me see who no say after 8 years biano. Omode bo senior sound. Ti nya fe na mkoye research say me edi gugu ni ade no. If I yetimi do America level no bia. E na me hunu say Ghana yakoye nim. America e na party bitimi tra 8 years. So here Ronald Reagan. Odi fie nwotwe. Owi e no de man na be de chire George Bush. E no twa mfie 9. And sana Democratic for no beji. And na so beji nso a 4 years na wa jade a om te beji. Trump buy 4 years anyi you know beji. And na Democrat for buy 4 years ajibu. But ya had the I straight 8 years. It what the research bia be chirima. Me I won't buy it. Ni me who say 8 years na so a na Ghana for hwe de o keka kire ye ni nyina na wantima anya. Ya won ko sa.
And some car under normal circumstances can say a basa because we have countries be to say Libya. Gaddafi, Hokrayan to Abba. Would he how many years? I didn't know, yeah, no man and my mother.
Go to uncle, case for the king. Say, Oka, Malaysia, Malaysia,
Lincoln, you
will be about or long term. If a friend plan business, so okay, Gaddafi, Libya, or more oil production. O ma gan see die yo. Wo do o ye. O say oil no mo nisika o mo start no. O mo nisika o go. Abroforo na e ba be to okay. Ma he oil no mo hu. Enti muntu this number of years na mo fa. Sa years no so a mo fa ma yen. Afa die abeye dia. Se mo mu ni pe be ye adwuma aboso ye ni betu ya deka. Na ya lift oil ni nyina. And he did it like that. It the time no so ye na be di ni nsem no. Afa he started say o manfo o si adan agriculture
of a time oil no. I couldn't we go to them.
Gaddafi had a plan. I would do a minor aircraft. Malaysia had a plan. I would do a minor aircraft. But I had the idea. Said na I case for the king. You had made the almost 39 years. Plan man I know ma.
And I have to manifesto there.
So nipa ne cha na nka ebe hu de obetimaye. But will he have a planner? Or the bedroom or man who are now our channel, a bay busia dynasty, and a best establish a more of
a honor come bay. We say MPPD base says yes. Our more day the summers in no bedroom we say breaking the 18. People bought into the idea because Ghana for be great. And I said that you who say 889 year corner and what they say near ma MPP one district. One factory, one village, one town, agenda 111, national cathedral, and then I come as nyame anye adoma ne nyina bɛka wuram mfie sɛ mfidodo bi NDC bedi bia nyame anye adoma ne nyina bɛka wuram ɛna NDC nso so no nanka asa 2016 a ne yɛ pa mahama so onko no 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 so ayɛ ne ma bi anka bia yɛ jama no toa so a kana yɛ to nwom foforo but the woman is so many people will just want not to see the break of the 80 but they want to see what is beyond the 80 na chino see Germany panwa tokoso eboa ede na beto man but the issue is we are not getting trustworthy people what do man because we show mansa after 80 no 8 years no em say omo nya be 6 years e keka kono ano no omo started to nyum bi say no mo starting show ni you be a kire say manya sika pi ntemo 20 am na menya kwankodi misika manya sika pi mo 20 am na mkodi misika enti no mo started pam wo mo akọ opposition because ne mo be ye no odwene ho a it beats the imagination of so many people wo bia wani abare say 8 years na chi no person to aso na wo de Ghana efiri mpempenso bi ekom mpempenso bi no se e kaso obi adi sika no I create agent no akọ crime so anya
uncle
allegations of corruption here and there is so anya uncle obi a wani abre so party no the person make history eboa ma party no e beyond the 80 no ministers 80 or MPs 80 abeka chiro say minister ba akọ sesan o se menye on what basis and na person Ghana for unko so to aba ma party so wo dwene kwachiri on what basis na obia nipa ania bere nipa nyaduane ni ekomodi nipa chese eniema huna mfaso ni so na na modiska eyeye obia wani abra opese o prove point emi ehunu se wo de bia obetimi manage na nka party no akọ after the 8 ne yahunu 8 na chi hono de kodi ye hye ho a enti party bia ba otwa 8 years no ye konya 8 years no na mu suban no asesa
is it not psychological you hear say politicians ade a mehunu omo ho ne se or election na onim se obelusu a ye oneme bi ho a odiskama no kra onfanye sa na me ma dwen ye me se bia NDC aba power eko 2016 ye twa fie nwotwe nim se Ghana de ye start ye fie nwotwe ne sonko ade abeko iti utie John Mahama after 2016 election je say o ma catch the bia ko kama say o so see from no you say na bia enko from ho kama sa de me hu ni say wo mo na wo di hu ni na hu no say 8 years na ebeso iti wo de sidi wo hama me a ma me fa sidi adunum nya dai entu baabi na me fa sidi adunum ko ye adwuma no a wo ba me ko say ni nyina na party no lusu a e kombede me it's not the same case now. It's at home. And I make I say, it was more name so more accept say if you watch no so there, you be continue there. Maybe will be no. The allegation say Scar the man should be off for a campaign. Off
2024 pass.
Dear Mama can't 2017, 2024 there is no difference. Because I say town over so no more they say I do so. Yeah, they are.
But often bet me as a see yes a attitude and a bit me as when near man no or near you are obeying on your 8th year no a bit me a many part at channel so you would near me yen a one fine show I've been say after the 18 make coffee now so and the Ghanaian voter has become discerning over so who yet dear yeah
because all here we are by to a change president from 2000 2008 2016 2024 2008 any who say very tight because you told first round we 2008 no and another beat emails so then this a winning parliament because they said no call one toucher givenya executive for MPP
it was because
and legislature for this
during the election
second round no crowd no so they just 40,000 it you know they
no crowd time
we are no free wa abana ya to ni nyina no 8 years no so a ye pamo to say
into afa no na we see
yeah no I be sure my be say 8 years be so dey
e dey na former president ko 4 year ya enti ne candidate na Akufo-Addo kra na allegation ne say onhye dam penas MP no etimi call ya konya 49 point something e de na Akufo ye within the election year e de na Akufo ye be pia Akufo 2008 sabre global economic crunch duane boye tin ne ma boye tin na Akufo titi nuane so no o kire o the policy we ba ne aso hwe no de we ba ne aso na Akufo ye ne ma en kire se wo pe ne party no pe se ATS asonto o pe fiako no ye ne ma o pe kire se o pe so to aso. And that was the reason why a nipaji boom ekoto abama ne party man na Akufo-Addo timinya 49 point something I say bia kanema ketua bi se sign sana ntemu between Akufo-Addo and Akufo no enkrofo no na wo ntemu go kakra bia ka Professor Manson timiwe ne da because at that time no na wo ye ne ma e kire se opeso to aso by free hall by 2016 dia na NDC for ye bibia kire se no more cry no me ye dinkara 2024 the MPP for ye me na asofo no my professor me na yamesa because aban no bia nim say obia wo ye politically alert bia nim say ba ya na yetu na MPP anu so abi enso so na nkrofo me my professor na ye then aban no bia nim say MPP alusu so enti say nka ye hwe former president Akufo-Addo no so former president Akufo-Addo no so ni emi ani pray ani ye even Papa J kura no after your friend said 92 to 96, 96 to 2000. And no MPP for Briars and Akufo winning.
The first one 48%.
So, bre pass and yet, and no atamas na bia or much say nana ninya dina or shedda and pulusa. And
2000 on the Baumia 2004. Because only you know economic background and no more. I say, oh, my technocracy and politicians. Technocracy be on me and the dear man. You see the difference between 2000, Professor Mills, and 2024. Bahumia.
The only difference I mean, me who say, na NDC for no accepted most ye pa the entire party accepted him. Okono anumdi.
Yeah, sure.
Okono anumdi.
National Reform Party.
Only few people.
But
2024 ye dear. Na Baumiano nye accepted papa. Na NPP na mu nipa be 40% no mo penasa. Because I Canada Japan ya say. Ya about 38%. Within MPP na who say enipa no be 40% no mo mpe Baumia asem ti Baumia de end it was a total failure from the onset but at least most de no na eye kakra onon de na eye kakra that's why he got that number enti me offer the America kwesi ya ne say
Mills first when you are 44 and na Baumia's 40 when you are 41
because 38 na
other when you 38 41
so offer enti me de America kwesi ya ne say me ani bre na see ye be kunye ho ama ye man ye be wu ama ye man ye hwe wi sika ye mfa nhye adwenum say after 4 years after 8 years ye be kofi na mum ye yere ye ho aya adwuma there will be a party in Ghana here one day be obetimi break it.
There will be a party in Ghana one day who will break the 8 and no na ye twen so we di ade no abro mfie nwotwe na ke hu so policies awsase no abovat if you got na omumie no NDC e bi ntimi ntra no emwa yen if you say ye ken obi se ma start me see hospitals me ye bia we me ye saglemi $200 million in the room NDC time NDC to aso a kasaglemi ye wi am ye hunu di akosi any other projects some start here community day secondary schools na omu si 123 omu free so no bibiri no ano NDC MPP for buy omu ye bi wo ma anye de aka nyina sakalemi kra de o ma fo sanka MPP so be kai se ko so free so no ono sa affordable housing onzu jaye ma se de masnet na center for aye e bo yo omde to so no ordinary person untumi nto ti doctors and lawyers na akoto no mde ama han de aka no ko fu dia ne ade affordable housing nyina egurem and the MPP for buy almost be share agenda 111 na se almost start 88 Sikam the 88 be akwe 20 almost start 88 opposite district be enya district hospital you say omokwe about almost say he have $1.7 billion you say maybe ejina enya se sika no dia hwe ya e betrem wa 88 be so no mo so nwie ti enya ya na ka party ni ba ko atwa 12 years at least maybe ka 12 years near him because 10 years ago, is he who be said or my ye. So her Rwanda, Paul Kagame say what transfer. If you saw a dictator, a dictator, but the all year no, or my phone said every all changing near my housing. You must send me Piyama Rwanda. On my 1994, Moko, man, nipa 800,000 wuye. The Rwanda ye, no, and the necessary Rwanda tiano. Who to say continuity no kaye. The part of a trust no wagon, Panako or cha, Kauman ebedi a sofa so. But the question is, or cha. And if I saw a brain, Anna. So, OT be also the air king, also OT FHYP. I'm here, message Nick Akra. Now, for you, me fire final topic now. And so and sorry. Going to be involved, please. I'm from 1.2. To me, I blame Nana Akufo-Addo the cause of our loss. His actions wasn't good enough for us to break the aid. How come one person can be MC for 2 terms in Kessben? Why? MC bi odi fie nwotwe ya nsaneda. Minister bi odi fie nwotwe ya nsaneda. Arrogance, greed, selfishness, party first that led MPP to position. Solomon Jagri from Kunso. Okay. And another has done nothing wrong. Ghanaians are rather ungrateful, period. Pastor Michael Appiah, also Eddie Eleno. Good evening, Wofa. Your guest panelists and channel viewers. MPP is already in the know as to why they lost the election here. So they should stop feigning. Father Eski from Kenya, Kumasi. Okay. Host, good evening. MPP lost the 2024 election for failing to listen to the grassroots of the party members. They should advise themselves for the 2020 election, else, Alfred Gorso have origin. Teacher Kujo from Tepa, the aggrieved voters whose apathy caused the MPP party's fortunes at the polls vow to bounce back in unity and strength to vote massively for the party's victory in 2028. Greetings to Chairman Wofa Kofi Appiah, Kuka. Okay. Ghanaians never save under this NDC and Joe Mahama because they increased light bills. Okay. Okay. Do you know something about NDC government? They have not been able to purchase fuel into the machine. That's why we experienced so. But meanwhile, when people was in government, they did not experience this so as compared to their time. Okay, the last election was characterized by tribalism and religious affairs, especially on the side of NDC led by John Dramani Mahama. The reality has dawned on the current president because of the escalation of Kusasi-Mampusi feud. How could Bawumia record zeros in some constituencies his own region? Mr. Namkwade didn't factor that in his post because it exposes John Dramani Mahama, his preferred candidate, Nana Amoako from Ehia. Okay. Please, Mr. Host, former President George Kufuor warned the MPP delegates in 2008 in Legon that we vote against someone who will not listen to the party supporters, and therefore his preferred candidate was John Alan Kojo Chemate. Indeed, what President saw came to pass by. Adamu Yusufu Sani from Kwame Dansonodwe Free Ebaye. In fact, you are too much about politics, pa. Yekini asawenso and also the way free Ebaye. Your guests have made my day. They speak as Ghanaians, not politicians. God bless them. My party MPP leaders are watching the show tonight. We are politicians. They do the punches. Now, you tell me you politicians in nursing chain. Now, you benefit to see almost what you more about Biono. Now, also, David. Please, I'm Ima from Cape Coast. I think one day we should ask Nana why he did those things, or we can't. You go to sound. And also, Alisa will tell you. No, the defeat to the MPP was mainly by Nanado, and I think his contribution was even more than 1,000%. More of his actions to some chiefs was very bad. Adjoa Safo's choice over her child and Ghanaians as gender minister played major role too. From Sir Ahmed Dunkwao, and also the way a free a buy. Okay, we all say appointees of the NPP government are also arrogant as well. After struggling for them, they won't reciprocate what you did for them. Over, money crashing did not help a delegate getting 10,000 Ghana cedis. Just imagine a secondary school leaver who is a delegate getting his money do with it. Why a farmer wants just fertilizer and he doesn't get? Wow. I said it's a man for whom. I don't know say if all these people whether Ronaldo is the cause of our defeat or not, you guys should leave the old man alone. Collins, be quiet. And also, anyway, and so if you buy Collins said that's it. So afraid. Now watch it. Watching. Yeah. My face here because the message is me dear chra. Adaje no boy. Na yenhwe. Creating jobs. In fact, you can't. I saw the see adwuma so. O man no ye den say wo ni adwuma bi a wo ye. Na adwuma de kakra be brewa. Na ho kire na e kan. Ti du abato so obusa ho se na ba na kra me koto a. Fa so be na me dey. Nye free so abai say 1 million the youth mabunu no ye be kire omo coding computer de etimi de ye. Cheche omo ne ma pii wo computer no so. Ebi betimi anya adwuma wo so. Na omdro omo launch ye nko nipa mabunu a register no. Cheche say amanfo pe adwuma aye pa. Akiya no mo sha se free so. How do you say it?
Ofa senka asem papa. Se coding no ebetimi an pray mabruin na eno kura say no. Yenya okura na ato tax you because I have computer issues. Obi bia nam net. Said you be say aye adwuma no. De obe sende usika ubenya bibia be go phone so. Nyame kura anya doma ye hu ni ato tax. Just bia ya program tax no so aka ho. Enti say ye ade a ebebo ade a enyina ebebo mpa ye gu so. Na support so say nyame moa na ban ne enye successful. Enye no nko ne nkoko nketenkete ya waka ho asemi me support and nra me hu video bi a na thousands and thousands of people tomatoes omo anesi tomatoes ya omo atwitwa nkofi ya omo di sisi so bebre nipa bebre no so yesi ya mahama initiative na bia enti me feel say saa ne ma na ode ba ne nyina no se beboa na ma youth na nya adwuma ya government ase ye de enti aye yati kwaye mu ha ne ntimi nua tomatoes ye bedi ne kobokina no wakwabe so ne akokra tomatoes ye free enti se de wo mu ye beboa ma tomatoes ye bebu so Ghana no mo so benya sika to mboto mo de ya why not bro o ko o dru techiman na o ko wenchi free wenchi ko bole ho no krobi wo ho free ho subin so sa sika sie bi da ho ye twiso nyina prada na sa se we pass ye dua bro ye the national service for ekoguma dua bro enka the whole Ghana bro ye be die ke be nya free ho kakra ka da ho kakra ka nti me feel say policy bia aban no ade ba ebetimi aboa mama buru no nya adwuma ye na my bet bebrebe no omo ajaye sakawa bebrebe no omo ajaye tramol no ne ye se na kura de ye se bibi the red na de say ofa we no a ya chechire na ye de aboya no ne atwene mi aja wisi mkumo no na kura de no de omo say ya cake no aye nkura asesa na de omo nya bio na ye se ye free bibi the red no de wono ma de wi ne be ya ma no kura no be 10 times ya ma na ontu gina ho se ya na o him so and that happen ni we nyina sa dwuma wo ba enka beba nti me fi say adwuma bia ban no initiative bi o de beba e betimi aboa ma enwuma adoso no onye de obetimi de computer ye na de computer so no onye de obetimi akoye tomatoes e ma na nye de obetimi aye bro de obetimi aye nkoko de obetimi bibia obi betimi aye bia sa ban de be so na sene na at the end of the day adwuma awo man no no obi anya bia ya me support as a BTT.
Kessben.
Coding is very good. We just say we are saying we are saying call. This is a track. The inside. We are nice computer. The bomb for computers. No, do we not watch it? No, I mean, probably share now. I was so forward message. A call other platforms. A call about 5 minutes. Oh yeah, I got that. That is now your day. I said, but some send much to him so for me. I'm just papa. And I'm impressing. What do you say?
I'm a lebresso.
Oh, I'm a bresso. And the majority say, a year, the minimum how much or the show. Because we could see the budget. And I may banner, but you might come in your problem with phone can check budget bank. How much no more the years? I don't know. Who could we and no one? No. Ideally, you say establish some of them to employ some. Who jump on Kwas or Monqua, who could we are, or transmit them for a Juma. But we need to set them up. I'll say a deliberate say, you say, you do wait, ye be about who we are, about former Juma. But they according to corner we are now. What next? The majority say a good idea because we are two parties in that kind. So medicine can be a very good because they know software, you know, and we are chopping from out of it. You would do me a software because coding in an area so build software. The other you know, we shall we or say it is software. If a bomb my software never be brave. Am I a mre? Because Bibia Ghana and Kwana software ever. But I'm on everything about software. Everything about software. Bibia software. It is not a nay also. And they said we are taking 1 million. A good idea. But Sanya political tendia. Na ye hwe ni ye dia. Ye discuss question ye dia. 10. A good idea. Because and mabro no hia djuma. Omu djuma. And na de ba kwa mabro me tuo mfo no say omo ye no kwafo. They are not trustworthy. This is what they share mabro sa na wa asasu. Because omo pe omo nya ntem do. And they are not the man on us or shasia na wo wiaw. Wuro mu anu wiaw. Oh, enti a memory shase say omo so be do botu mo so say ye be di no kure ama ye ho. Ye be di no kure ma obi a ofa no djuma. Ye say djuma ne opan ye djuma opa o. Pa ne no obi afo obi djuma no so. Because djuma mo fo ne die no. Odum na wo a na akora we na ye we. We can answer obi office. Obi or the 1.8 million chabet nko. 1.8 million. Or ye in charge of Momo or no the buffons will be on in charge. Say oh ye na o chabet found. Before soon ever check on 1.8 million. Oh you scan. You will say no to the chabet. And pa only she to show say 1.8 million finance. What I say? And the name of Frano, Omo, Anton Boise. Omo Boise. Na se we bana go swebia, tna se, na fa bre. Because the obedient drone, wo nya dwonu sa wo. Obi ye dwa 30 years, 40 years be afedo toka. Ba wo ye dwa 2 years be toka. Ka ko be to nya so chen. Ano, adwo run of adwuma na o tere ka mu no. O mfedo odi adwuma, o nya saka no. I don't want to watch now so soon. No news a level no. But o shase no na o pese o duru o je o se wo. Na o shase. Which is not good. Enti code na ye musuan eye. Yen she o bi mra me ye software e be bo mas farming enso aye digital. Bibia nya abefo nemu. Na aboa obi a time se dura no a chiro se bia aburo no Tamason also go ase tam any software. Okay. We did say e basa e be boa na mobu no eduma ye. Okay. Obi ya for hunhyem. Right. What the obi ya hunhyem we nya esika. Right.
Uncle Yado, mami mouse you finally you had light situation in just 2-3 minutes. Okay, statement I agree for but people think say problems so light no so how we will. How do you see a buy
of a statement, you know, maybe yana mean shed I know or more and yardwin because you see I be rested you in a minute or more me microphobia or crack aside. I crack several places light off. Okay. Statement here by most pylons or a you can say had a bear effect. Then I crash also a light off. Okay, before say pylons no a boo not light in age na show come say. ansana you know ebebu no no bebu atofem na light ni gina so in recent days no light no enye integrate form pay bibi pa bi meka nkyere electricity form pay bibi ka say GRA omumi ansa nyina nko omutirimu na omum pay bibi pa bi emeka nkyere ye na ye hunu ba bia ye duru ba bia free ba bia gina ba bia ye duru sika dodo ye hia a ye de be hye adwuma no mu ama power no atimi agina so ene kura de ye mu bebre no prepaid meters na ye use the power no ukoto ansa na be use ade a me koto ansa na be use so di ntina we
so we have minya
ye dumo no so enti excuses na omode memema na pilots na ebubu ni ade no ya woga na hanye na ne first time a pilot bi tofem from time to time nso to na mfram aba ebitimi bu enso so either so 1 or 2 days ne ni pe wo area ho nyina na omo aye ne yi na obi anya na light enti na wo se kane ne nyina so na be mama excuse na we na ade ba na esa se mo da ye bisa nka de wo mu se yesika ne nya nkoto guys ne bia monka say fu ebi na wasi ye to the power machines bi ni enya mon kan kire ye de modi free and kan aba be si ahoma so hon ameri no is it working ye adwuma de wasi ye nya free mu ye nya free mu so asem no mum ye nanim na that the air kanu say ye no kura wo fam o man ye no kura wo fam tu fu bi kura adwuma na yem hyehyew sa na bai mu so ete babia ye adwuma no kura no nipa bedi no kura kire ni nua nipa tuntum empese odi no kura kire ni nua nipa tuntum asem no bia na ntesa ka de wo mu na ye nyina ye mpene pomasibre na so ba na ba betum futuro gumani se pillars bi na bubu entini enya power out of omo wa kran so ya dundum no so ade na what is the excuse ana na post no nya mu bu ye no ni edum no so na de na me edum no ano so de be hye de wo de be hye ja hye ana wo de be hye nsu ya na eto na mframa na efa ana de na de be hye enti wo mo bibi pa bi ka kire yen ya wo mo nkan kire ye nyina ye hu ne empa ne pomasi
right I guess what you mami
opena kan ni na bi say statement in there but ma kan na egosi say na o twetwe mu so de mfa say no akwa ni si na o twetwe mu na bo so me twem na idum so ana so ayeden pala ne buye and nya hanko a almost everywhere in Ghana the be edum mesre Appiah wo so o me mfa me yidin already o di mi o de ba we don't want to say obiti matin ho fi di no around here we no be na sem cause na se do we bia na fa dum ha asa mo do mje no tako sisi no masa revive ni na tu sa and cost to that na yesu no enya kwawo ese ye wo he bi kra akram de ye use generator munwie no na gallons of fuel ma tono enti ebosom no nso no na ka masoa no me gye se aban ne do betumi bia onye do betumi bia sa dum so no betwa e be firi on
okay
senso e ho de a omo ye hu time e wo say ne me off e chamo on I can plan and start can plan my life ne wo say na de me off enti me bo ba mo a but ne de
ya no bia be so be no but
one timetable so I just do no esa you are on yeah don't people the year break
okay
because time bedroom me fridge akwase because the news I say you because that my 6 room be ana my packing em agum because ya nem nyina apro so I said that e tudum so ya so and I think say basa unim say ne bedum light o pia no dum full fridge near noon I saw amana say but the idea nako na so dum so ya ba mesre aban de pa ocho o de nyina ye pa ocho o ba ye nche mmodena na musum be bia ndoko dan mu ntutua se fu na o se koto a monkoto se gas na se traffic yi fese Nigeria ne kan bia na ka ho ba bi ne hu se dodo na ka ho ndi dim koto gas no ana mo so kan ko nkyere ana mo go omo ndi mo kan ko nkyere se o abusafo ye ni sky to gas oh na o man ba bia hu se wo mu de o mo kan ko But as I do, Hona, ye don't, na Kowaso, Miwaso.
That's it. Right.
It is a Omoyan in a way.
Right. I was for the Gradient baby also far. Baumia and MPP did not lose election, but rather it was Akufo-Addo and MPP who lost the election because the election was a plebiscite on Akufo-Addo's administration or say steady from Takrade and all the way so a free a buyer. I'll say, please can you inform the man in red that it was not true that MPP did not support Dr. Mabung Baumia. We will still present Dr. Baumia as our candidate going forward for reasons. Kufuor went 3 times, Samuels 3 times, Nanado 3 times, Mahama 2 times. Why do people want Baumia to go once? Indeed, it's possible. And also they buy and so and until a party a fisem, Mr. Becano in feature ho. Na once what to me. How do you think we're doing now? SCA 24 hours to can you make your rankings for those ones, we're economist and a financial consultant. We're watching so yeah, political analyst and educationist. Only know and you know more a transit it didn't come more anyway. Madam Yaya and a Boba and Simia no am I meeting Wofa Kofi Appiah. Yakramo Yami Atoma next week, Masati and Kessben.